As the dawn of 1971 broke, Pakistan found itself in a state of turmoil. A new leader was about to step onto the stage, Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto. In the wake of the separation of East Pakistan, the nation was gripped by a sense of uncertainty, and a political vacuum threatened to destabilize the country. Amidst this chaos, Bhutto, a charismatic and ambitious figure, emerged with a vision for a new Pakistan. Born into a wealthy feudal family, Bhutto had a rich political background. His journey to power was marked by his time as the country's foreign minister, where he demonstrated his diplomatic prowess. Bhutto's political acumen, coupled with his ability to connect with the masses, propelled him to the forefront of Pakistan's political landscape. The nation, fraught with anxiety and hungering for stability, found hope in Bhutto. With the nation seeking stability, Bhutto took the helm, marking the beginning of an era that would forever change Pakistan. Bhutto's era was marked by several key reforms, starting with nationalization. This audacious move by Bhutto was aimed at restructuring and strengthening Pakistan's economy. Nationalization unfolded in stages, with the first wave in 1972 targeting major industries. Industries like steel, heavy engineering, chemicals, and cement were brought under state control. Bhutto's rationale was to break the monopoly of private industrial barons and to promote equitable distribution of wealth. The second wave of nationalization, in 1974, was more comprehensive, affecting even small industries. This extended to cooking oil companies, vegetable ghee units, and spinning mills. Bhutto's government took control of over 2,000 units, hoping to stimulate economic growth and reduce income inequality. But what was the impact of these sweeping economic reforms? Let's look at some data. Following the initial wave of nationalization, the gross domestic product, or GDP, showed a positive trend, rising from 4.8% in 1972 to 7.3% in 1973. This seemed to be a testament to the initial success of Bhutto's economic policies. However, the second wave of nationalization painted a different picture. The GDP growth rate dropped to 4.8% in 1974, and further to 3.3% in 1975. This downturn indicated that the broad strokes of nationalization had unintended consequences. The economic landscape of Pakistan was drastically changed. The private sector, once a vibrant contributor to the economy, was now hesitant to invest, fearing further nationalizations. Unemployment rose as the state-controlled industries couldn't keep up with job demand. Bhutto's economic reforms were indeed a mixed bag. While the intentions were noble, the implementation and subsequent effects stirred controversy. The debate on the effectiveness of these reforms continues even today, reflecting the complexity of economic policy decisions. The nationalization reform was a bold move, with Bhutto steering the country towards a new economic course. But as with any bold move, it came with its share of triumphs and trials. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the Bhutto era in the next scene. Bhutto's reforms weren't limited to the economy. He set his sights on transforming Pakistan's agricultural and administrative sectors as well. First, let's delve into the agricultural sector. Bhutto introduced the Land Reforms Program in 1972, a groundbreaking move that aimed to break feudal power structures and redistribute land to small-scale farmers. The ceiling for land ownership was set at 150 acres for irrigated land and 300 acres for non-irrigated land. This was a major shift, as previously, a small number of landlords held the majority of arable land, leaving the rest of the farming community to struggle. The impact of this reform was significant, as it empowered the rural population, who were the backbone of Pakistan's economy. It fostered a sense of ownership and increased productivity, as farmers could now directly benefit from their hard work. While the program faced opposition and implementation issues, it undeniably marked a new era for Pakistan's agriculture. On the administrative front, Bhutto was equally transformative. His administration implemented the Civil Service Reform of 1973, which aimed to democratize the bureaucratic system. It promoted meritocracy, with the introduction of competitive examinations for civil service positions. This was a crucial step towards ensuring equal opportunities and reducing corruption within the system. Furthermore, Bhutto established new administrative units known as divisions in an effort to decentralize power. This allowed for more localized decision-making, fostering a sense of autonomy and ownership at the grassroots level. In addition, Bhutto's administration introduced labor reforms, granting workers the right to form unions and strike. This was a significant move towards ensuring workers' rights and welfare, and it played a crucial role in shaping Pakistan's labor landscape. These reforms drastically changed the face of Pakistan's agricultural and administrative sectors, marking a shift in Bhutto's governance. These changes, while not without controversy and challenges, showcased Bhutto's vision of a more equitable and democratic Pakistan. They laid the groundwork for subsequent reforms and continue to influence Pakistan's policies to this day. Bhutto's era was not just about economic and administrative reforms, he also brought significant changes to the constitution, education, and foreign policy. The constitutional reform was one of the most significant accomplishments of Bhutto's tenure. With a vision to create a democratic and equitable Pakistan, he introduced the 1973 Constitution. This constitution is still the bedrock of Pakistan's legal and political system. It established a parliamentary system of government, with the Prime Minister as the head of state. The constitution also provided a comprehensive Bill of Rights, emphasizing equality and social justice. But Bhutto's reforms didn't stop there. He also made sweeping changes in the field of education. His government established key educational institutions, including Quaid-e-Azam University and Allama Iqbal Open University. These institutions opened up new avenues for higher learning and research in the country. Bhutto also took steps to reduce illiteracy, notably through adult literacy programs. His vision was for an educated Pakistan, where every citizen had the opportunity to learn and grow. Bhutto's foreign policy too was marked by a strong desire to strengthen Pakistan's international standing. He worked tirelessly to build relationships with other nations. He was instrumental in aligning Pakistan with China, a relationship that continues to be of strategic importance to both countries today. Bhutto also played a key role in organizing the Second Organization of Islamic Conference in 1974, where he successfully positioned Pakistan as a leading voice in the Islamic world. But perhaps the most notable aspect of Bhutto's foreign policy was his commitment to nuclear power. He believed that for Pakistan to maintain its sovereignty and security, it needed to develop its nuclear capabilities. This policy led to the establishment of a comprehensive nuclear program, which continues to be a key factor in Pakistan's defense strategy today. Bhutto's constitutional, educational, and foreign policy reforms left an indelible mark on Pakistan's national identity. His era was characterized by a relentless pursuit of progress, equality, and dignity for all Pakistanis. And while his tenure may have ended, his vision for a stronger, more united Pakistan lives on. As with all eras, Bhutto's era came to an end, but not without leaving a lasting legacy. In 1977, political tides turned against Bhutto, culminating in his controversial ousting from power. His fall was swift and decisive, with the new regime wasting no time in placing him on trial for alleged political crimes. The trial was fraught with contention and ended with the most severe of verdicts: Bhutto's execution in April 1979. This marked a somber end to a dynamic era. His demise sent shockwaves throughout the nation, turning Bhutto into a symbol of defiance and martyrdom. The abrupt end of his tenure left a void in Pakistani politics, a void that many felt was filled with uncertainty and instability. Yet the policies and reforms he implemented during his time in power continue to reverberate in the nation's socio-economic landscape. Bhutto's era may have ended, but his legacy continues to shape the course of Pakistan's history. The Bhutto era was a time of significant change for Pakistan. In the span of 6 years, from 1971 to 77, Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto implemented structural transformations that continue to resonate today. His nationalization policy reshaped the economic landscape, while agricultural and administrative reforms sought to uplift the rural populace and streamline governance. Constitutional and educational reforms, on the other hand, laid the groundwork for a more democratic and literate nation. His foreign policy marked a shift in the nation's international relations, fostering new alliances and strengthening old ones. However, it was not a period without its controversies, and Bhutto's end was as dramatic as his political career. Yet despite the turbulence, his era stands out as a period of profound change. Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto's era will be remembered as a time of transformation, leaving a legacy that continues to echo in the annals of Pakistan's history.